Astrotrain, help me!
Re-energizing, and... Now, prepare to meet my friend, Mr. Ionic Displacer!
Hello, my baby! Hello, my honey! Hello, my ragtime gal! Son, you've just my wife! Baby, my heart's on fire!
We review Titans Voyager Triple Changer Astrotrain with Darkmoon Titan Master. Astrotrain and his wave-mate Blitzwing were some of the earliest triple changers from Generation 1. They tried remaking Astrotrain in the Classics line as a deluxe figure. Not very well, granted, and he has been off the radar for a good long while, until now. The figure shows off well through its plastic window with some artwork of his floaty head. Artwork is repeated on the side panel. On the back, it has studio shots of all three modes for this figure, along with diagrams showing how to interact with the Titan Master. Plugs for other figures are off to the side here for those who are interested in the blatant advertisements. The bio reads, "The Decepticons unite with Titan Master partners to power up for battle. Astrotrain uses the cloaking ability of Darkmoon to travel behind enemy lines without being detected." It seems that Astrotrain is not described at all, only his Titan Master gets any love. There, Astrotrain. There. Well, now that we have fawned over the box, let us open the box and review Astrotrain himself. Inside the box there is the figure itself, as well as its Titan Master head. Also included is a collectible trading card, the instruction booklet, and 2 gun accessories. And here is Astrotrain himself out of box and in his train mode. Well, each triple changer seems to have one really sucky mode, and it looks like this is it. The best that can be said of it is that they included rollers on the bottom of the train that allow it to roll on a smooth surface. Unfortunately, because of the way it transforms, it bows slightly in the middle, so the wheels are very rarely flush against any flat surface, so even those don't help it much. I know a train when I see one, and the Polar Express this ain't. As a vehicle, it is sadly laughable, the Cybertronian equivalent of the push-me-pull-you. There are engines on both the front and the back, so the only way to determine what might be the front are the shuttle fins, which are still on top. The panels and such which flip down to show off train wheel-like molding only gives the very faintest impression that these could be boxcars of some kind. The arms up top look okay with their gun turrets, I suppose, but I'm afraid that putting cow catchers at the front doesn't make this look any more like a train. Even Generation 1 Astrotrain did a better job of looking like a train engine, and after 30 years that's a bit of a letdown. This central section has gaps and shuttle kibble. It all simply seems half-baked at best. For this mode, a definite thumbs down. Fortunately, the train mode is easy to abandon. To transform into a shuttle, take the side wings and unpeg them from these tab and grooves in the sides. Fold it up. You will see a hinge here near the center of the train section. Rotate the shuttle wing assembly so it is facing out in this direction. Untab the arm sections from the leg sections. And swivel the leg sections down so that they come together like this. With the figure facing sideways, make sure that the side panels, which look like the train wheels, are flipped upwards and out of the way. Do this for both sides. Take these sections and flip them up. You may then rotate the cowcatcher train portions of the nose cone out of the way to reveal the shuttle nose cone. Fold these tabs back down until they click into place, like so. You may then push the leg halves together until they click and lock into place, fusing the nose cone together. Once that has been done, fold the robot arms down so that the gun turret sections are facing away from the sides like so. Flip out the landing skid from the front of the nose cone. You will see a tab inside of the wing section here, and a corresponding groove on the robot back. Hinge them down and push them into place until they lock together. You will see two double hinge assemblies on either one of the wings. Angle them slightly downwards, not completely, and push them in place until the wing sections and these panels interlock. Going to the side of the shuttle on the wing, you will see a tab here and a groove here. Angle the wings and the arms until the tab and the groove lock together. Repeat for both sides. Once that has been done, take the upper wings and tilt them out slightly. They will click into place. Then flip the shuttle upside down and fold out the rear landing skids from the robot chest. And here is Astrotrain in his space shuttle mode. From the top, the shuttle looks pretty sleek. The lines join together well without much visible seaming, and everything looks like it is where it should be. The turrets on the side look pretty menacing, I suppose. The purple, gray, and black colors are not jarring or clashy, and there are plenty of peg holes into which you may mount the gun accessories. As with Brainstorm, they even threw in an embarrassing sidecar mode for the Titan Master. Simply take the main gun accessory. You may then plug the secondary gun to the top to hold him in place and mount him to either side of the space shuttle, so he's riding shotgun. And as with most Titan Master figures, they also include an opening and closing cockpit into which you may seat the Titan Master figure pilot style. The included gun accessories can be mounted into any one of a number of peg holes on this figure to enhance his gunly appearance. The only real flaw from this angle are the rather visible gaps near the wings where the thrusters are placed. Viewed from the bottom, the shuttle loses more of its mystique, because it is very obvious that the robot mode is there with the chest and the arms plainly visible. The only tribute to concealing them is the hands being folded inwards and out of sight into the forearms. Also, these fold-out leg panels don't seem to tab into place very well and hold very tightly. All told, the shuttle mode gets a very solid For a Voyager figure, all transformation modes are relatively simple, and it is easy to transform from shuttle to robot. Start by unpegging the wings from the arm panels, and fold the wings backwards out of the way. Flip out the hands from the forearm sections, flip in the landing skid sections. With the figure configured thusly, go to the hips and pop loose these panels from the thighs and fold them downwards until they lock into place against the shins. Repeat for the back. Rotate the legs so that these sections are facing forwards, then tilt the feet forwards. Accordion the wing sections so that the double hinge is lying more or less flush up against the rear wing sections, like so. The robot mode is now mostly complete, except for the Titan Master figure. The Titan Master has a 360-degree rotating head, rotating arms, and a 90-degree bending set of hip joints and knee joints. In order to transform Titan Master Darkmoon into Astrotrain's head, fold the arms down to the sides, and then bend the legs forward until they are covering the robot's chest. You may then insert Darkmoon into the hole atop the chest section of the shoulders to give Astrotrain his Darkmoon head. Push this button lever at the front, and these small pylons will pop into place on either side of his head for a more Generation 1 style appearance. And here is Astrotrain in his robot mode. This is the best of the three modes, obviously, and certainly the most solid. He harks back well to his Generation 1 style with the trademark shuttle wings on his back, his helmeted head, and even the legs look a lot like the Generation 1 version. There's a lot of detailing in the sculpting, and the color scheme works well, with the body being mostly gray with black and purple highlights. This is the only mode that doesn't look like it has too many gaps, the only exception being the forearms where the hands fold in. For articulation, the Titan Master head will rotate 360 degrees, but these pylons kind of get in the way. They did add a clever engineering stunt that allows you to rotate these pylons slightly to the left and slightly to the right with this little rig setup they have at the shoulders. But if you don't have the patience to cope with that, you can also push the pylons back down and give him a full range of head articulation. The shoulders will rotate 360 degrees, and the shoulder attachment allows for a 90-degree splay in and out. Also included are upper bicep swivels and 90-degree rotating elbows. The hands will tilt inward slightly as part of the transformation, but there is no wrist rotation. Also missing is a waist rotation, and that's due to the way the figure turns into a train. But the hips will rotate forwards and backwards on a ratcheted joint. They will also splay outwards 90 degrees. There is full 360-degree upper thigh rotation and 90-degree bendable knees. The feet will tilt forward very slightly before bumping into the shin. But you can also flip this panel outward slightly to give him more foot tilt, if you don't mind the ugly gaps at the shin which result from it. The feet will also tilt backwards fully so that your Astrotrain may tiptoe through the tulips. So they managed to squeeze in most of the articulation that we have come to expect from a modern Transformer figure, allowing for a wide range of posing and display. The robot mode redeems the figure somewhat from having one slightly flawed mode and one really flawed mode. For size comparison, here is Voyager Titans Return Astrotrain next to Transformers Animated Voyager Blitzwing. Here is Voyager Titans Return Astrotrain next to Combiner Wars Devastator. And here is Titans Return Voyager Astrotrain next to me. Looking good, me. Sadly, Astrotrain does not break the Triple Changer curse. As a remold of the Sentinel Prime Titans Return Voyager, they didn't do much to improve Astrotrain. Positive aspects include good articulation and colors, and a good robot mode. Negative aspects include a merely semi-decent shuttle mode and a really crappy train mode. This was also the case with the Generation 1 figure, which means that this remake is still not far removed from what it was 30 years ago. The bot articulation is much better, but the trade-off still comes short. I therefore give Voyager Astrotrain 6 out of 10 deaths. Maybe he just needs more training. Oh, I'm funny.
If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone, oh baby. Tell them all and tell me I'm your own.